Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me this evening. My name is Renee. This is Minecraft, and tonight I am going to do some organizing and resource gathering while you drift off to sleep. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of the rain, the creakings of the chest and shulker boxes as I open and close them, the little sounds of the animals nearby, and later, the gentle, repetitive noises of the blocks breaking one by one. And I hope that the music in the background helps to lure you off into a nice, peaceful sleep. So, let's take a look at what we've got to do today. We are here inside of our storage room, and we have a pretty small chest monster here in front of us. But these chests are all filled with lots of small things, some big things that all need to get organized from previous projects and builds. So let's start right here. I'm gonna grab out all of this andesite. We'll grab the leaves as well, all of the plant matter. And then I know there's more of that in these other boxes, so we'll try and do all of that at once. After we do some organizing and some sorting here, we are going to head down into the mines to do some resource gathering. We just started a new project. We are building a church, and we need a lot of tough blocks for that. So that's going to be my main goal, is to gather up a bunch of tough from the mines beneath our starter house here. Oops. As well as clear out everything from these chests. So, like I said, we're going to start here with the chests, and then we will move on to the mines in a little bit. It really helps me to talk out loud while I'm doing this organizing. So you're just gonna hear me yapping about the different blocks that I'm moving around. Let's see, I'm sure there is more dirt in some of these other chests. Coarse dirt and packed mud, close enough. I'll put the coarse dirt and packed mud in its own chest. The dirt with all the other dirt. We have some coal here. Let's see, is that all the coal we have, or is there more? I want to try and get all the coal, so we only have to make one quick trip back here. There we go. Let's see, we have lots of spruce as always. Let's grab out all of that. We can do the obsidian and the spider eye as well. And I'm sure there's more spruce in these other boxes. Alright, that's everything from there. Some spruce slabs and planks. That's good. That makes it very easy to come over here and just dump all of the spruce at once. Let's see, we have this golden chest plate that is almost broken. We'll just go outside. Sometimes I like to just toss stuff away and leave it to despawn. We have some obsidian still in hand. That made a perfect 64. I love that. spider eye will actually need to go somewhere else. And all this sand can go here. Let's push this little dog off the stone cutter. It's a little dangerous to be sitting on top of such a sharp tool. There, I think that's good. Isn't he just adorable? Alright, we can take down this chest. We'll grab this chest and put them over in the functional blocks barrel. Let's see now. We've got a ton of pale oak here. Oh, and these mud bricks can go somewhere else. They'll go with the other dirt and such. Random oak saplings, some random scaffolding, some sandstone that we missed, these dandelions. Dandelions go here. Oak sapling in the oak box. Let's put the mud bricks in here. Pale oak. Oops, that's the sandstone. Here's all the pale oak. Let's put the scaffolding into our ender chest. Let's put the sandstone right there. All right. I think we can clear out this double chest. These are all a little random, but we'll get them where they're supposed to go. Some of this is decor. The leather goes down here. The string actually goes somewhere else. Stone slab. And then the leads should have somewhere, yes, with all the other leads. Alright. This is moving pretty quickly. We just have these couple of shulker boxes. Let's just take everything out. This is all stuff we got from our most recent Nether adventure. Some horse armor. We have one wither skeleton skull. We're gonna need to get a couple of more to fight the withers soon. Some regular skeleton skulls that I would love to decorate with at some point. We got lots of glowstone from the Nether, which is always good. Let's see, sugarcane goes elsewhere, so do the bones. The gold and the gold ingots can go in here. And then all of this stuff looks like nether materials. The blaze rods. Actually, we'll keep the blaze rods and the nether warts out. Those go in the potion area, as well as the magma cream. But we have all this horse stuff, these saddles and whatnot, and the rotten flesh. Rotten flesh goes up here. Let's get the horse gear in its box. We'll need to either tame or breed up some more horses soon here. We have all of this beautiful armor. Why not use it? I just want to organize it by color a little bit, just for fun. Okay. Just makes me happy to see everything nice and neat and organized. Let's see, we have some red mushrooms here. I'm actually going to put those there with the other red mushrooms. Maybe we'll head over to our mushroom build so we can organize this ender chest as well. But let's find a spot. Well, let's put this back. We're not going to need these for the moment. The diamond and the wither skeleton skull need to be put away in here. There's the diamond. And I don't have a spot yet for the skulls specifically. Why don't we just put them with the other nether material? Alright. That's pretty good. This shulker box is now empty. And we have a bunch more little random items in here to sort. Let's do that. Some of these are dyes, which go in here with the wool and the dye. I know that this is not organized. Forgive me. There's too many colors. Maybe we can organize it today. Let's see. And the white dye. Alright, we got some more sandstone in here. Oh, I forgot the brown dye. Some of this stuff is decoration, like the flower pots and the lanterns and the bookshelf. We have some birch, some bamboo. Let's see, bamboo and string goes up here. I guess we can put this string up here. Just kidding, we'll take it. We can always get more string, and we use string to trade emerald. And I would much rather them go to use with the emeralds than to just sit there and do nothing. We've got some stone. We can put the bamboo doors up there. Water buckets. Alright. That emptied out that one. We are making some good, quick progress here, you guys. Let's grab out some of this random stuff. Let's see, we'll get all the cobble, because that goes in one box. And then we'll save the stone and stone bricks for one more pass. Cobblestone all in here. One little piece of rotten flesh. At some point we're going to have a villager who trades rotten flesh for emeralds, so it will become useful. And some moss in here as well. Alright. Let's get all this stone out. This is the last little bit. Okay. The chest monster has been defeated. Let's see. I am going to take some of these fireworks out. Actually, we can use the trident. We are going to go over to the mushroom build so we can put all of this stuff in its proper place. But let's start by running over to the wizard's tower so we can drop off all of these potion brewing items because that's where they belong. And we should be able, that door should not be open. Hello, accident. How's it going? We should be able to just drop everything off. Here, let's turn these blaze rods. Well, I kind of don't want to turn them fully into blaze powder. Because what if we need the rods for something? Let's see, if we put one blaze rod in here, I wonder if accident will sort it correctly. But we can put all of that in there. Let's see. He only grabbed a few of them. He left some in there. Alright, well, we'll just take a moment and we'll watch him and see if he is able to find the chest with the other blaze rods in it. Okay. I'm gonna come over here. Yes, he put them in. Lovely. All right. We're gonna come over here now to the town hall. Let's put our string away. Actually, let's do some trading while we're here. Get some emeralds from our favorite Fletcher. That's it for that. We also have... Oh, I thought we had more sticks than that. Well, that's fine. We'll just get a couple of emeralds. And we'll go drop these off. Perfect. We just have some bone and some sugar cane. So the bones go over at the flower field and dye shop. Right in there. And the sugar cane goes in this sugarcane warehouse. And we'll just throw it in there. Nice. We've got a lot of sugarcane, you guys. Very exciting. Now I do want to come take a moment to chop it down and then replant these oak trees. This is part of the resource gathering, I suppose. We're going to be using dark oak as the main type of wood in our church build. So I'm trying to start a little dark oak farm over here. Let's put the torches in hand so we get some good light. And hopefully these leaves will drop enough saplings so that we could replant at least another 2. If they don't, I might want to go back and get some more saplings. I think we had at least 2. And you know what? We wouldn't have to go very far because they're currently being stored over at the church build site. Only 3 so far, not even enough to grow one single tree. So while those start to despawn, I think we'll come over here and we'll grab the other saplings. While we're at it, we can harvest some honey from our bees as well. I do enjoy the sound that the bees make. Good amount of honey. Let's see where these saplings are. Here we go. So we have 6 total. At least for right now. Let's see how many we can get. As those leaves disappear. Oh, that's a lot of them. 12, 13. Amazing. We can at least plant 3. What is that? Is that a sapling? No, just an apple. But I do see another sapling up here. 14. If we could get 2 more saplings from these leaves, I would be so excited. As it stands, we can at least plant 3 trees. And we can almost plant 4. I want to space them out a little more evenly. Okay. Let's take a moment of just quiet stillness. Wait for these leaves to despawn. See if we can't get one more sapling. Actually, I see one right there. Let's see if we can get this leaf block. Perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Lovely. Okay, now why don't we oops, sorry about that. Why don't we head over to our mushroom build and organize that ender chest. We'll use our... Oops. You know what? It would be great if I put the elytra on in order to use it. And we can use the spear to travel quickly through all the rain. This way. No, this way. Got a little lost. There's the mushroom. There's George. No, that's not George. George is no longer with us. That's Caleb. We actually do need to bring Caleb back over to our home base. So maybe we'll do that right now. Maybe on our way back we'll hop on Caleb and ride him. All right. Let's see, the pale oak goes here. Mushroom stems. I guess they can go in here. Let's see, we can grab some of this, I suppose. Yeah, we can take the sticks home with us. One more mushroom stem. And then all of this stuff needs to go back home. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get Caleb. Come over here. We can use the snowballs, hopefully to lure him. if he catches sight of us with them. Does not look like he's paying very close attention. Alright, well, we can hop into the air, and I should be able to, there we go, glide down and land on top of him. And we will begin our slow trek over the landscape back home. Well, we can enjoy the sounds of the rain. It is a good moment to practice patience and stillness. Not everything happens in the time that we want it to. Some things take longer, and that's okay. Oftentimes, that's part of the process. Oftentimes, the patience and the waiting is a very necessary part of the process. And I hope that I'm going in the right direction. I think so. But I'm used to seeing it from flying far overhead. And it's a little different to be up close, but I think this is the right way. Yes, it's opening up into the plains. There should be water there. Let's get a little lower so we can hear the rain again. Here we go. It's getting dark. It's going to make it a little harder to see where we're going. But I think we'll be okay. I think it's just a straight shot over this little lake here, and then up the mountain a little bit. You can see the lights. We're almost home. And one single oak leaf block still hanging out. Let's see if we can grab it as we go by. There we go. Alright, let's come up here to our wizard tower and use our happy ghast dock as intended. I will hop off right here and let Caleb Widow Ghast roam around from here on out. We are going to need him in the near future for our church build. Let's check on accident. Everything sorted correctly. Magma creams in there. What else did we drop off for him? The spider eyes, very good. The blaze rods, very good. I'm so proud of you, little one. All right. Oh, we should have left the snowballs. We'll leave the snowballs up here. And now we can head down. And we will head to the mines for some resource gathering. Like I mentioned, we need a lot of tough blocks. Let's see. Are we down to 2 llamas? That's alright. Like I said, like I was saying, we need a lot of tough. So we will head down. I believe tough spawns between Y level 0 and Y level negative 64 or 65. I'm not quite sure exactly how far down the... Ooh, we should have dropped off this dark oak stuff. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go back and we're gonna drop off the dark oak back at our church build site. Just a quick little turn around. We still need to put another lantern back up on that post. It got hit by a creeper a little while ago and I never replaced it. Oh, the llamas. They do sound very funny, I must say. Alright. Let's drop off this dark oak. Now, we're ready for the mines. Okay, we have our Silk Touch pickaxe. This is our only pickaxe. Maybe we'll make another one. Because I feel like we might run out of durability on this one. Let's make a diamond pickaxe. Let's see if we can get any good enchantments on it really quick. Efficiency would be great. We might have an efficiency book as well, but let's see. Unbreaking and efficiency 4. That's actually a amazing set of enchantments. So we've got luck on our side today, everybody. let's head to the mines with our 2 pickaxes here and get gathering. Alright, we do have a drop that goes down to our strip mine. Let's see, and this is all tough right here. So yeah, there's plenty of tough in these mines to gather. Why don't we just start right here? Be nice to widen this space out anyways. We'll leave the blocks around the drop just for safety. And it looks like, yeah, that turns into deep slate anyways. What was that sound? Was that just a cave sound? Oh, I know what it is. Those are the shriekers. Oh, we are right next to some skulk. I did not know that. That's alright. Is this an amethyst? Or a, what is it, a geode? Right next to our little home base here? I had no idea. I know those sounds are a little scary, everyone, but please don't mind. We are on peaceful mode when I do these ASMR videos, so the warden will not be spawning. Don't you worry. Okay, I am going to leave this geode. Is that what they're called? I believe so. It's a geode and it has amethyst inside of it. We're going to leave that for another time. That might honestly be one that I've already found and I just access from a different pathway. I'm not sure. Our main goal here is the tuff, so we're going to get all of this. Although I am sort of curious to see what is up and about in there. I kind of want to see where we're at. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous, you guys. Look at this. I wonder how rare this kind of generation is. Wow. Well, this would actually be a great place to farm amethyst crystals. Why don't we take these guys out so that once we do go back to hard mode, we will not be putting ourselves in danger. But this is very cool. Alright, we're gonna leave that there. Let's see if we can just get the last little bits of this tuff. And then I'll place a torch down for some light. And then I think we can get the tuff up there as well. Okay. That's perfect. Now what I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna start running down these strip mines. And if we find sections of tuff, we'll just cut out the tuff. So we don't need to waste any of our durability mining blocks that we're not looking to gather. And it's definitely going to make this whole area a little more confusing. Oops. But that's all right. Let's leave the torch here. I will probably not be chatting so much at this point. It's almost sort of meditative for me to just sit and break the blocks and turn my brain off. If I have something interesting to say, of course I'll share it, but I think it's nice to maybe keep this just a little more chill, a little more quiet. And we'll just see how much of this tuff we can gather with these 2 pickaxes. I feel like I'm going to get myself very lost in here doing all of this. But I suppose, yeah, see, look, we were all the way over here. This is kind of where we started. I am going to leave the torches where they are. And leave little pillars for those, just because they do sort of mark off where the tunnels are. But this patch of tuff is gigantic. Could you imagine if we spent all of our time just right here? I mean, I suppose that wouldn't be the worst thing. To go around the edges. For some reason, I feel like it's sort of, I don't know, you're kind of making the area that you're mining out smaller and smaller as you go. And that makes it seem a little bit more manageable the smaller it gets. Something like that. It's more of just me, I don't know, I feel like sort of tricking myself to make it easier, but nothing wrong with that. Oh, okay, I think it's going to be a little dangerous to go down there. Just in terms of getting lost and such. So why don't we cover that up, and we'll just sort of stick to this area up here. Like we won't go, see, we're dropping down a level. And I don't recall where this goes. It is just a dead end, all right. I think it's lava actually. I think there's, if we were to take away that cobble deep slate, I think we'd find some lava. Well, you know what, if we're down here anyways, may as well gather this up. think we're finding our way back to where we were. Yes, here's some other tunnels. Let's see. We'll sort of carve around. Is that lava over there? Yeah, little lava flow. Actually, we are not back to our other tunnels because I think we're still below them here. But that's fine. We've got all this stuff here. I think I fell from... Yeah, we fell from up here. So this will be the way back up. But we can also just take out all of this stuff as well. And that should expose our path as well. Also. I really try not to repeat words too much when I'm talking. Or I'll try and find a different word. I don't know. I know there's nothing wrong with it, but just as someone who really enjoys writing and poetry and putting together beautiful prose, repeating a word within 1 or 2 sentences just sounds a little, I don't know, jarring isn't the right word, but I notice it. And it kind of breaks up the flow of the sentence or the phrase. And I'm looking for that flow. Diamond. That's always exciting. A little bonus. There. Now we're breaking into our tunnels from before up there. Let's see, I want to get these guys. Is it just 1 diamond? It looks like it's probably only 1. Yep. All right. Wow, look at this, you guys. We're making good progress, but there's still a ton more to go. I am going to light these up to save future me the hassle of doing it. Not sure why I switched pickaxes. Doesn't really matter. We're trying to get through both of these as much as possible. Let's see if I can get out of this bedrock. The birds are chattering extra loud outside today for some reason. The real life birds outside my real life window. And I know you guys can't hear it, but I can. And it is lovely. A nice little accompaniment to this repetitive task. we're dropping a bunch of stuff. Let's gather it all up. And our inventory is full. Thankfully, that's what these shulker boxes are for. We'll just throw everything in here. We'll put the skulk and the diamond in there as well. We'll leave the deep slate. Actually, let's place the deep slate. And we'll hang on to the cobbled deep slate. Okay. That's good for now. I'm gonna put the shulker boxes in our hotbar. Let's keep going. Sorry about that harsh landing, you guys. Let's see, I know these are just little tiny bits within the bedrock, but I kind of hate to leave some blocks untouched. If I can help it, I'm not going to do that one, because then we'd get stuck down there. I mean, I could always build up and get out, but you know. Alright, let's come back to this big chunk. You know what? I just had an idea for a game that would be fun to play. You need to play it with friends. You need to play it in Minecraft. But it would be a guessing game. And let's see, I'm not sure how well. Actually, I know how. You just turn around. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain. So what you would do is you would set up each person, you know, if you're just playing with 2 people or if you're playing with more, each person would get some blocks and set up some blocks, or just have them on hand, ready to place. And blocks of different sorts, different types, you know, all kinds of varieties. And then either the other person or the multiple people, or however you set it up, one person places their chosen blocks and then breaks them. And then the other person or the other people have to guess which block they just broke. Because they all sound different, like the tough breaking versus the deep slate breaking sounds very different. And if you had like a server, you had multiplayers, I think it would be fun to do like a little guessing game like that. But you guys, I don't know, tell me what you think. Is that a game that you would play? Oops. Sorry about that. I guess we're gonna come down here. You know, there's still some tough there that we're gonna have to get. I think I'm just gonna go layer by layer here for the rest of this. We just have to be careful not to drop down into any more holes like that one. Okay, let's just break all of that and then we'll go down in a second and get it. Alright, one layer down. Let's do the next one. Oh, another little drop. That one wasn't so bad. Oh yeah, that's It's another little tunnel down there, and so is that one. Oh my goodness. Well, it's my own fault. These are my tunnels after all. I think we're getting close to finishing this section. I think it's just this last little bit here, a couple layers. Alright, is that it? Besides some of these little ones tucked away in the bedrock, I think we've hit all the tough. Yeah, we can grab a couple of these. Pickaxe is still doing well, not even halfway done yet. Oops, I have trapped myself now. Well, we may as well get these. And then we'll use the deep slate to build up. All right. All right, everyone. Oops. I fell down and under. That was funny. Okay, well that is a good amount of tough, but we are not done yet. I can't tell if I see any more down this way. Let's run this way. We will use the deep slate to rebuild our little tunnel here. Okay, and let's just take a run down. No tough there, no problem. This is my little obsidian farm. Okay, and then we can just kind of cut over and look, some more tough. And I think the best way to do it is to go sort of layer by layer. So we'll take these top two down so we know we can walk around. And we'll kind of carve out this whole area. Okay. All right, we got that first level done. Now we can just dig down and keep it going. Is that tough? It is tough. No tough left unturned, or something like that. We got some gold here. All right, another layer down. And like I've mentioned before, I like kind of carving out around the border and around the edges first, and then we'll move into the middle. This looks kind of cool. It almost looks like a structure with a floor. I mean, of course it has a floor, but you know what I'm talking about. Like we're uncovering an ancient structure, especially with the gold on the wall and the little column in the middle. But it's just the beauty of, look, more diamond. Just the beauty of the natural generation of Minecraft. We'll get that diamond on the way back. Let's carve out this, ooh, an iron. We're definitely gonna get that iron as well. Can't say no to iron. Especially since we don't have an iron farm or anything yet. But let's finish this layer and then we'll get the iron and the diamond. Alright, let's use our regular pickaxe. Beautiful. Oh, and one more behind it. There we go. 3 diamonds, not too shabby. I know we'd get more if we had fortune, but I don't have fortune. So this will have to do. Let's drop down another level. Alright, it's definitely getting smaller, so we're probably coming up to the end of this patch. This might be the last layer, you guys. I think so, because we've also found bedrock. All right. carve out the last little bit from the bedrock. And I think that's all the tuff that we got here. We gotta get back up to our oh, you know, back up to our tunnels up here. Okay, and that tunnel leads outward, so we can take this one back this way. See if we come across another patch of tuff like this. It's above us too. Yes, all right. Let's get to work, my friends. I'm gonna try to be strategic about it, but it's a little more difficult when the patches are above you. And you're kind of just looking up and mining around. Let's see, inventory is getting close to full, but not quite yet. Let's see, maybe we can come at this one from sort of like a wave from this side. Like we're taking these layers down vertically instead of horizontally, you know? And I think as much as possible we want to start from above and then go down. Out on them later. Okay. Perfect. Let's do that. Makes it a little easier. Oops. Oh yeah, okay, we did this whole layer. We can move on to the next one. Easy. On to the next. Oh, is our inventory full? It is. And then, hold on, was there still more room in this one? There was more room in that one. All right. Fill that all up. We can put the diamond there. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to this stuff. I would rather just fill the shulker boxes all with the tuff. And then these can just sit a little more. Okay. I think that's good. That's the full one. Let's keep going. Sorry, guys. All right, making good progress. I keep forgetting about that little drop there. Okay. I think that's all that tough there. Do you guys see that little horizontal flash across the screen? I'm not sure if that was my monitor or if that was the game. A little interesting. Let's see, can we get these guys? Yes. Those ones are stuck up there. Well, we should be able to get them. Let's see, in this next layer, we can just sort of like carve a little staircase. I thought I heard a mob sound, but it must just be all in my head. Because there isn't, or there should not be, any mobs spawning right now. Oh, this tuff goes deeper, doesn't it? There was more here than meets the eye. Maybe we've stumbled upon a whole nother sort of chunk of it. I think so. Alright. Well, to be honest, I don't want to get too distracted with another what, thread, vein? Let's see if we can finish up this little spot here. Yeah, let's finish getting up all of this because there's only like a couple more layers. And then we'll head over there to that big chunk. We'll grab this. Okay, just making sure that that is the right way out of here, the right way home. this is going further than I thought it was going to. And I need to make sure I keep an eye on the durability of this pickaxe. We don't want it breaking. Okay, it looks like the end here, so let's kind of carve this out. Okay. Almost. Yeah. Almost. We're getting there. I'm gonna put a couple torches down. I think the light helps a little bit. I know it helps my poor little eyeballs. We're kind of coming into the new chunk here. Is this another amethyst? Oh my goodness. We are blessed with the amethysts today. I'm gonna put this basalt back. But yeah, good to know that this is here. I don't think this is one that I've found before. Let's see if we can do gotta find the top of this tuff here and then carve down. I'm gonna put another torch here. Alright, maybe this was all part of the same chunk. Just like a little extra branch of it. And I did not miss that iron that's over there on the floor. We'll get that in a moment. Just one, just one. All right, let's see. We will set aside this pickaxe pretty soon. I'll wait till it gets a little further. Maybe after this chunk here, we'll set this pickaxe aside. I think that's the last of that. We'll leave that torch up there. Hopefully that will at some point remind us that there is a amethyst up there to be gotten, looted, something like that. Alright, let's see where we're at. We can definitely drop off some more of this stuff in here. Okay, we've now got 2 shulker boxes full. We have 1 more shulker box to fill, and then the rest of our inventory. So, let's do that. Come down this next tunnel. Looking for tough patches. I think I see one. We already hit that tough patch. Okay. Let's go down the next one. We may run into the same thing. Okay. No. Oh, here's some tough. Ooh, yeah. Let's get this. Let's get all of this. I'm going to put another torch right there. And then I think it'll be nice to have some other like sounds coming in as well with the lava bubbling, and we may set off some of the sensors, the skulk sensors. Oh, a torch definitely helps. I'm definitely starting to hit that wall a little bit, you guys, where it's getting a little too repetitive, and my brain is starting to turn to jelly a little bit, even though I'm not necessarily doing anything or thinking very hard. There's sometimes something about doing the same thing over and over again. It can be nice and it can be relaxing, and then it hits a point where, I don't know, you start to get tired of it, and I'm definitely hitting that point. Although I am determined to keep going, like I've said, until we either lose both of these pickaxes or until we fill all our shulker boxes and our inventory. Whatever comes first. I will not give up. No matter how long it takes or how tired I get, I can always take little breaks, which I did just take one actually. Hopefully you guys didn't notice. I try to make sure if I have to pause the video that the transition back to it is like super easy and seamless. And you know what? Since this whole section kind of continues over another path, I think we'll just take down this whole little section right here, and then we'll cross this gap and go back over there. Yeah, because this looks like the end here. So we can get all of this. Alright, that helps make it manageable. What's over here? Oh, look, more. We're gonna leave that. It's sort of protecting that little lava lake there. We'll leave it there. Alright, so that section is done. Yeah, we kind of got to get back over here. Let's see, we do have some deep slate. You know what? I'm going to throw this Gulk vein. We do not need it. Let's see if we can make a little bridge over the lava. Okay. And then we'll come back over here. And then we'll take this section down. We are almost at the point where I'm going to switch pickaxes. I think I'm just going to try to get it, let it get a little, let it get down a little more. Maybe after this section. You know what? It's too much of a risk. That's enough. That's enough for that one. Alright, we're making good progress on this little chunk. Let's just take this down and then we'll have just that last layer. You know what, you guys? I think once we get this little chunk down, I'm gonna have to end the video here. We've definitely gotten a ton of tuff, and I know I said I was determined, but my stomach is telling me something different. For whatever reason, I get sort of motion sick when playing Minecraft if I'm doing something super repetitive like this. When I'm not really taking any like breaks to do anything else or go look around or whatnot. And the motion sickness is getting to me. And even though I just took a little break, it didn't really help. And I'm still feeling it. So, oops, let's pick up this last little block. Okay. So that's going to be it. I almost just backed into the lava. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you all so much for hanging out and helping me gather up all this tuff. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching. Please subscribe, hit that like button. Come join us live every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. PST for some building and some adventures. All right, everyone. Once again, thank you so much for spending the time with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.